capital of Africa's Burkina Faso has claimed the lives of 18 people. US President Donald Trump has been criticized for his response to a violent outbreak at a white supremacist rally, while the White House has defended the president, saying his comments were justified. And an emergency meeting of European Union ambassadors is being held in Brussels to discuss North Korea.
It's 9:01.
Community Conversations is brought to you by Arkansas Early Learning, offering no-cost childcare in Jonesboro and Northeast Arkansas. Applications at arearlylearning.org.
Arkansas Early Learning is a nonprofit organization.
KLEK LP Jonesboro, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council. It's now time for Community Conversations, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place, while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues. The views expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.
Good morning to everyone out there and happy Monday to you. We want to say welcome back to school to all of those kids that are going back to school and the educators. And I know a lot of parents are very happy out there. So we just pray that everyone has a very safe and blessed day. Alrighty, so today on Community Conversations, I'm your host, Quabila Harden, and I have some very special guests with me today. Usually it's Brandy Hodges here representing the library, but today we have a change of guests. We have the director, Mr. David Eckert. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, and we have Miss Rebecca or Mrs.
Miss
Rebecca Harrison, who is the Assistant Information Service Manager. And we have Ms. or Mrs. Miss Nicole Dennis, who is the Education Specialist. So thank you all for joining me today.
Thank you.
All right, so today we're going to talk about quite a few things today. But let's talk about what's going on today with the library.
That would be our big Elvis concert tonight.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
All right.
Elvis Week at the library, which is something that we always try to celebrate because Elvis is kind of a big deal in this area. Memphis so close.
Okay.
But the concert is tonight at 6 o'clock in our round room, and it lasts about an hour, and we're going to have an Elvis cover band there.
Okay.
Called the Good Friends Band, and they will be doing Elvis's greatest hits.
All right. And now, so have you all had one of these events before?
Yes, we've had it for the past several years, and it's always very popular.
Now, do people actually come out and dress up like Elvis, too?
You would be surprised. We usually get a few people in the full Elvis garb.
Oh, my goodness. So, now, do people of all ages, I know the babies, everyone should love Elvis.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Elvis is kind of for everybody, I feel like, and the concert is also definitely for all ages.
All right. That's awesome. So, tell people what they can expect at the concert tonight. Well, I'd say the event. Okay.
Well, we have an Elvis cutout, and so we have a photo booth set up. So if you want to get your picture with the king, you can do that.
All right.
And then the concert itself, we usually have a really good turnout. So we'll be in the round room. There'll be a lot of people getting down to the music and just celebrating the king.
All right.
And then if you want to stop by the information desk, we have trivia about Elvis going all week.
Oh, wow.
And that is going to culminate in a drawing, and the winner will win 2 tickets to Graceland.
Okay, so do people turn in their answers that night, and you do the drawing that night?
It's all week.
All week?
Yeah,
okay.
So they can just stop by the desk and fill out a little bit of trivia, drop that in the box, and then we'll do the drawing.
Okay. So for all of you Elvis diehard fans, this is your chance to get out and get your boogie on, listen to some wonderful music, and even dress up or...
Yeah, I mean, we encourage it. So if you want to dress up, you do it.
Do whatever to your heart's content. And bring out the kids of all ages. You know, I'm sure after their first day of school, they're going to need a way to unwind and relax.
Yes, just let the music flow through you.
Alrighty. All right, so have any of you had a chance to visit Graceland?
I have not. It's kind of on my bucket list. It's something I would love to do.
Actually, yeah, last year my wife and I finally decided to go and go through the tour. It was great. It was better than I thought. I'm not a huge I mean, I respect Elvis and all the things that he did and everything like that, but I'm not like a diehard fan. But it was more fascinating than you thought it would be.
Okay.
They even give you an iPad, and then you can go through and so you can zoom on different things in the different rooms, and then other history and pictures will come up, and they'll show you all the different things in that room and pictures of him in that room or with his wife or something like that. So it's not just going through the mansion. It's you get this like interactive video that goes along with it. Very, very cool.
That's wonderful. Then did you get to write your name on the wall outside of the gate or outside of the mansion?
I mean, I guess I could have, but if you look at that wall, there's virtually no room for you to write your name, okay? I mean, that's been done so many times. It's in the grout. It's on the stone. I mean, it's everywhere that you can possibly think of. There is no room, I don't think, for you to write your name. So, but you go through the house, you go through the pool room, I think, or the pool area. There's another, like... he had other toys and stuff down there. There's stables down there that you can kind of go through, and then you can go through the planes as well. So it's not just that. It's more than just the mansion. So
wow,
I would really encourage it if you haven't been here. I mean, this is the only place you can do it, so you might as well go and take the day.
All right, so take advantage of this trivia contest that's going on, so you can win your own tickets to go to Graceland and experience the life and times of Elvis. That is really wonderful. All right, so and this kicks off at what time?
The concert is at 6.
At 6 o'clock. So we advise people to get there early. Get your space. Will there be space allowed for people to dance if they want?
Oh, I mean, yeah. If you want to dance.
Okay, just get up out of your seat.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so that is tonight in the Round Room at the Public Library here in Jonesboro, Arkansas. And it starts at 6 o'clock until about 7:30. Now, do you expect it to run over?
I mean, you never know, but we will try to wrap it up around that time.
Alrighty. And also don't forget about the trivia contest. Just stop by the information desk, pick up your form, and have it. Okay, can they take it with them or they need to fill it out right there?
You probably want to just fill it out at the desk.
Okay.
Yeah, it won't take very long.
Okay, so any Elvis fan wouldn't probably know all those answers right away.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty then. So pick up, go by the information desk, get your trivia form, fill it out, and get your name entered to the drawing.
Yes.
For 2 tickets to Graceland. Alrighty then. So let's talk about some other exciting things that are going on at the library.
Well, we have the Friends of the Library. They're doing a clearance sale. It starts September 1st, and then it goes the 2nd and the 5th. And you come in, and everything is 25 cents.
That is
everything
awesome.
that they have back there. We've got children's books, adult books. It's pretty great.
What better way to build your collection than getting some books that are on clearance? And as we state over and over and over, the library is a nonprofit entity. So every dollar you spend goes back into the library to help them fund services they provide to the community. So go get you some books of all genres. So have you had a chance to peek through the books that are available?
I have not gone back there. I know the discards that we have from the children's library, I love to go through them and read what we're putting back there. So I know a lot of the children's books that we put back in the Friends of the Library section, and those are great selections and ones that I would love to have in my library. And I know as teachers, as an education specialist, the teachers are coming in all the time asking, do you have books that I can put in my classroom and build my collection? And that's always a great place to look, is at the Friends of the Library, because they can come in, find some books that would be great for their bookshelves and things kids would be interested in, and it's a great collection builder, like you said.
And there are a lot of books that are classics that, they may go out of publication, and you don't want to miss your opportunity to get your hands on a book that may never ever be published again. Mm-hmm. So go check out the book sale, Friends of the Library book sale, 25 cents for all books.
For all books.
No matter what size.
No matter hardcover.
Oh my God.
All of it. It's good.
Okay. I need to save on the coin.
Yes.
Give me a nice little bag on wheel, one of those little cart rolling bags.
Yes, you're going to need to have your hands free.
Alrighty. I want to say good morning to Dr. Sharice Jones-Branch, who is checking in on our Facebook live stream. If you have any questions or comments for any of these individuals from the library, drop us a message on our Facebook live stream or give us a call at 870-277 1080. We would love to hear from you out there who have had the opportunity to enjoy the amenities that the library has to offer. Please tell us all the great things that you've done. We want to hear about your summer experience as well. I do want to back up a little bit and talk about some of the exciting things that you all had going on over the summer.
Absolutely.
I mean, you had stuff for every age group. Well, yes, even down to the babies, like with the lap sit, the lap reads. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're right, the lap sit.
Lap sit, okay. Yeah. Story time. And then for the younger crowd, there were a variety of activities where they could sign up, where they had to register, basically join a club, and then at the end they earn some prizes.
Yes.
And then for the tweens and the teens, there was all types of things going on. I got to see some of the pictures on Facebook. The zombie prom seemed like to be like a huge success.
Yes. And did we do the zombie prom this year?
I think we did. Yeah, we did have our teen librarian that we've had for a number of years decided to retire, and so we have a new teen librarian. But she's great. We're lucky. We're always lucky to find a great teen librarian, and so. But I think she did the zombie prom. And the other thing that I think that they just had this past weekend was their lock-in.
Oh yeah, Friday.
So yeah, and that's always really a lot of fun. I think they come at like 7 or 8 o'clock at night and stay till 7 or 8 in the morning, and they do all kinds of fun stuff. It's I'm not going to stay up all night anymore, but I mean I'm glad they have a good time, right?
Okay. Yeah, I think after about 10:30, 11 o'clock, I'm ready to call it.
Yeah.
I call it a night.
Great volunteers who will stay up all night long.
But they play all kinds of games. They play video games. They've had they'll do like a scavenger hunt throughout the whole library, and they'll find stuff like that, or they'll show goofy movies at like 2 in the morning, and I don't know what all they do. Every year it's different, all the stuff that they do, and so
anything just to keep the kids up.
Just to keep the kids up, and it's really by invitation only, so it's not just open to anybody. So you had to have participated, I think a few times actually beforehand during the summer. Maybe that's to write a book review for the rest of the teams, or to come to some of their previous events. And so, but yeah, they literally lock the doors and lock them in. And,
wow.
Yeah, so they have a good time.
And then it's really wonderful. I would love to hear some of the stories from the kids. Maybe one day we can get some of the youth in here when it's an off day from school. Can't have them miss in school.
No. Not so soon.
No. All right. So also you all did a big genealogy event. I did my best to share it across the different social media platforms that we have here at the radio station. It seemed like it got a lot of buzz. So about how many people did you have show up, and how did it go?
It's one of our biggest events. We have so many people in the community that are just interested in local history and tracing their family tree. So I think we had about 100 this year. So it's a big event, and it's a lock-in, although technically they don't stay all night, but they stay until midnight, so it's pretty late. And we lock the library to the general public, and then people just kind of use our genealogy collection and our computers and databases to try to figure out their family history. So it's a good event, and we have it twice a year actually. So in February we'll have it again. So if that sounds like something you'd like to do,
make plans to come on out to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think they have speakers on special subjects, and I think they try to have it so it's for the beginners and for the people that have been doing it for a while. So it's really for everybody.
Yeah, they bring in people who are just kind of experts on local history and genealogy. And then if there are any genealogy groups, like I think the Daughters of the American Revolution usually have a booth there. So if you're interested in learning about the different groups and getting more involved in that, it's a great way to do that.
That is awesome. Now, I know that Brandy has mentioned before that you offer free access to Ancestry.com. Is that still available?
Yes. We have Ancestry Library, which is kind of the big one.
Okay.
But you do have to use it inside the library building, and you need a library card to access that.
Okay.
But we have some other genealogy databases that you can use at home with your library card too.
Okay.
But Ancestry Library is probably the most well known.
I mean, why not go to the library and get you out of the house into a different environment? You can do your research, and then The library has a wealth of books and material that you can search through, the microfiche or newspaper article. I mean, just almost anything you can think of, the library has as far as resources for research. So why not go to the place where everything is?
Exactly. It's all right there waiting for you.
That's right. All right. So if anyone's interested in learning about their family history or trying to find some missing gaps somewhere, go to the library. Go to the information. Will they come to the information desk?
Yeah, that's probably where you want to get started. We can kind of show you where all the different resources are and get you set up on a computer.
Okay. Now, can someone bring their own laptop or tablet?
Absolutely. We have free Wi-Fi at the library, so if you want to bring your home computer in, we encourage that.
All right. So, and then you also have like rooms. So if someone wants to do some research just in a quiet space, you can bring your own laptop and utilize the library's Wi-Fi and get free access to the Ancestry Library.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, one-stop shop.
We try to make it easy for you.
Alrighty. Now you have something else really exciting coming up, which is the solar eclipse viewing party.
Yes, we're so excited for this because it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Okay. Now, how often and I know I probably should know this, I've taken science, but how often do solar eclipses come around?
They happen not as rarely as you might think, but this one is a really big one.
Okay.
So this type is very rare. I think it's the first one in 90 years or something like that.
It's a total eclipse.
Yeah.
Oh, a total eclipse.
Yeah, those are much more rare. We have partial eclipses occasionally. So this one is a big deal.
I think I read the next one that's supposed to happen is in 2045.
Okay, I don't know if I'm going to be around. Hopefully I am.
I hope so. Hopefully we all will be.
Okay. We all play the song Total Eclipse of My Heart. I'm sorry.
That's a good idea. We should get some speakers out there and blare it.
No, that was cheesy. I'm sorry.
I saw, what is it, Ryan Vaughn from KIT8, and he spoke and he said, here where we live, it's going to be 95% covered.
95.
Yeah, but I think what we're all excited about, or what he's excited about, is that it rarely happens in the Americas. This is one of the rare ones that's only going to be in the Americas. You can't see it anywhere else, and so everybody is flocking here. I mean, they said that they booked up all the rooms someplace in Missouri 5 years ago. I mean,
5 years ago.
Yes. He said there's going to be more than 1 million people just between here and 3 hours north. He's leaving at 4 or 5 in the morning to get there in time.
So where would be the? I know you all will have a viewing space at the library, but where else can people? I mean, almost anywhere.
Just out of doors, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's 1 something in the afternoon is when it's gonna.
So is the eclipse gonna actually on the flyer? It says from 11:45 a.m. to 2:45 p.m. So will the eclipse actually take that long to make its? I don't know how to.
No, I think it's just a few minutes.
Okay.
But it's somewhere within that window is when the eclipse is going to happen.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think any of us are we only tell you little bits and pieces. I don't know whether does that include, I mean, I'm just asking the question, whether that includes when it first starts to cover the sun, but the 2 or 3 minutes is right in the middle of it?
I think the 2 to 30 minutes is when it's a total eclipse.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need some science majors.
Yeah.
No, we are not experts on eclipses,
there's another one
unfortunately.
that's happening, I think, actually in 7 years.
In 7 years.
Then it'll be a total eclipse, and it literally will go right across Jonesboro. And so we don't even have to go anywhere. We just have to walk outside and see it.
Wow. And so I'm sure it's going to be dark on that. Once it covers, it'll be darker than normal at that time frame.
Yeah.
That is going to be something to see, something to witness.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I see that you are offering solar eyeglasses to allow for safe viewing. So someone comes in, they check out a pair of glasses. Will they get to take them with them?
We're giving them out, so they're your glasses.
Awesome.
And we have been giving them out the past couple of weeks at the information desk, but we gave out all of those, but we're going to have some on the day of the event to give out as well. So if you come to the library during the party, then you can get a free pair of glasses to keep and safely view the eclipse party. And I guess if you hang on to them, you can use them the next time there's an eclipse.
Okay. Or just if you want to glaze up at the sun or something.
Yes. Yes. If you just want to go outside and take in the giant ball of fire in the sky.
Not burn your retina.
Right.
Yes. Although there are some safety warnings on the glasses that are like, you can only stare directly at the sun wearing these for 3 minutes.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, don't do it for too long.
Okay.
Your retinas might burn out.
So save it for the eclipse.
Exactly.
Save for the eclipse, and that is going down August 21st from 11:45 a.m. to 2:45 p.m. It's the solar eclipse viewing party at the Craighead County Jonesboro Public Library. All right, and so we'll make sure to post that information on our social media sites because we want as many people to come out and fellowship and look at the eclipse. And I'm sure there are going to be a lot of people snapping and Instagramming and live Facebooking and all of that good stuff.
Yes.
So we want to see all the pictures and videos from that day. Alrighty, so I'm going to get ready to take a break here in a moment. Wow, I've been really enjoying our conversation so far. And we still have so much more to talk about. The library has a lot to offer. So we're going to get into some of that when we come back. But we also want to get into the Art on the Lawn event that's coming up. So please stay tuned and don't go anywhere. And we'll be back after these announcements. Before we go to break, though, any shout outs you all want to give to anybody? Say hello, family, friends.
Yeah, I want to shout out to my cats, Ralph and Lola. Hi from Mommy.
I know my best friend Rebecca is listening right now. She texted me this morning, and
All right,
so I know she's listening. So hi, Rebecca.
Hi, Rebecca. All right, Mr. David.
Nah, I don't know that I have any shout-outs. I just don't have any people. Maybe that's the problem. So.
We're going to have to round up some people for Mr. David when we come back. So please stay tuned and we'll be right back after these announcements.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
Dads, do you know what your son needs? I'm Mark Merrill with today's Family Minute. As a boy grows up, there are many people who will influence, impact, and inspire him. But as his father, you want to be the main voice he hears. You are and should be his most important role model for life. So as your son grows and matures into a young man, be sure that you give him what he needs. First, he needs you to be present in the little moments and in the big moments. Second, he needs you to affirm him and tell him how proud you are to be his dad. Finally, he needs you to love him unconditionally. That means no matter what. Love your son well by giving him what he needs. And remember, your family first.
The Family Minute with Mark Merrill, helping families love well.
Family Minute is made possible by the Kappa Nu Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, a non-profit organization committed to service to all mankind. Kappa Nu Omega Alpha Kappa Alpha on Facebook and KNOMEGA1908.com.
Post Consumer Brands is seeking to hire 5 operators at their Jonesboro facility. Post offers good starting pay, 3 weeks of paid vacation, comprehensive benefits, 401k with employee match, and frontline incentives, while working 4 days on and 4 days off. More information is available at jobs.postconsumerbrands.com. Post Consumer Brands is an equal opportunity employer.
Fullness of Joy Ministries, 2120 Thorn Street in Jonesboro presents Live at the Joy, August 18th, 2017. Service begins at 7 o'clock p.m. with special guest speaker Marvin Sapp. More information is available at fojministries.org or 870-930-9569.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
All right, welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We're speaking with Mr. David Eckert, who is the director of the Craighead County, Jonesboro Public Library. This is Rebecca Harrison, who is the Assistant Information Service Manager, and Nicole Dennis, who is the education specialist. Sorry, I have kind of an echo. Okay. All right, so we're going to get back into talking about some events that are going on at the library. The Arts on the Lawn is coming up, but today is the last day for vendors to apply for a spot. So can you tell us more about that?
The Arts and Crafts on the Lawn is going to be incredible. It's our centennial year, so we've been open for 100 years. We started as the restroom, so not the restroom, but the restroom where women and children would come in while their husbands were working, and they would bring materials in just to kind of hang out and read and get together as a community, and that's how we started in 1917, and we've just really grown from there. And so this year we're celebrating our 100th year, and so we've been doing celebrations all summer long, and this is a part of it. And so the Arts and Crafts is kind of through the years, and so different vendors. We've got one that's tie-dye shirts. We've got quilting, we've got painting, there's going to be food and live music, so there's all different kinds of vendors who are going to be there talking about their things. And this is going to be the first year where the vendors themselves will be doing demonstrations of their craft. And so we've got the quilter who will be showing some hand stitching to people who come by who are looking at our things. We've got the tie-dye who may show you how to do those different things. So we've never done that before. So the vendors will actually be showing some of their trades, which I think is amazing.
That's
really
wonderful.
cool.
I would love to see the tie-dye. I mean, you see it on a video, and they make it look so easy. But I just know if I tried to do it at home, it would be an epic fail. I would have colors bleeding, and it would not be cute at all. I would love to see that. And I'm happy that there are people who still quilt. You know, I always felt that it was becoming a dying art. It's like this younger generation don't value what quilting is, or even just basic sewing. Not many young people get into sewing and any of that type of work. I would love to see it be revived, like to its full glory once again. I would love to see people have quilting clubs. Are there even any quilting clubs?
There are a few shops around town that will actually have quilting classes.
Okay.
And so I know that there are a couple of those. We've talked about maybe the textile art. We've done knitting clubs at the library.
Okay.
And so we have all of the materials, and you would just come in and you'd knit for a while, and you could take home what you worked on. And we talked about potentially quilting being one of those textile arts that you could come in and see some different things that are happening. But that's still in the talking phases for the fall, happening in the children's library and having a children's quilting club.
Well, let me know if you do quilting. I'm there. I watched Brandy knit, and I'm like, I would have poked all of my fingers up by the time. After I get 1 or 2 stitches, she is awesome.
She's a wizard.
I've seen people do crochet, and she had to teach me the difference between crocheting and knitting is basically the type of needle or the tools that you use. Either way, I would have a big mess. I can't do it. So God bless people who can knit and crochet. But if you do the quilting, please let me know. I will be there. I love anything with a sewing machine, hand needle. I love all of that. Now, as far as the vendors, like today is the last day to sign up. Where do they come to sign up for a space?
I believe the registration is online.
Yeah,
And so they fill out their vendor's application, and it sends it to Miss Brandy, and then they're going to go through it and they'll approve vendor requests. And so that's why today's the last day, so they can go through, because I think she said we only had 40 spots.
Okay.
And so we'll have some vendors all across the lawn, and so they've got to decide who's going to fit into those slots.
Okay.
And so that's why they're doing the application process.
Okay. So you mentioned that there would be like quilting, tie-dye, and what are some other things that people like, maybe handmade jewelry?
I've seen a couple people register that they're doing those buttons, the ones with like the pins on them, and so how you make those personalized buttons.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
I've also seen some watercolor paintings that are potentially gonna be in the vendors. I've heard of a couple painters who have registered, but it's kind of a surprise to me who's gonna. Miss Brandy sees all of those that come in, and so I'm excited to see what all kinds of arts and crafts and
Okay.
Everything that's going to be out there.
I think usually don't they have somebody who does like handmade soaps and like things of that sort?
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen even there was a one man that used to come that did stained glass. But I don't know that he still comes or not. So really, it's kind of, except for Brandy, it's really a surprise for the rest of us when we show up on that day, what they're selling and things like that.
But she tries to get a good variety of different types of things.
All right, so I guess we're all going to have to be surprised. We're all going to have to make plans to go out. Now, the actual show is going to be on September the 16th.
The first date we're hoping is going to be Saturday, September 9th.
Nice.
Okay. Yes, September 16th is if it happens to rain that day, and the weather's just not like we would like it to be.
Okay.
So we just kind of have a backup plan just in case September the 9th doesn't work.
Okay, so September 9th is the first planned date.
Yes.
And if this unpredictable rain comes through, we're going to go for September 16th.
Yes.
And it's going to be from 10 to 3 on the lawn of the library.
Yes.
Now, in a case of more inclement weather, will you move it inside the library? Like, have you ever had to move it inside the library around?
Unfortunately, that's why we have that rain date, because we just couldn't fit all 40 vendors in there. That would be we would just run out of space, and so.
Is everyone getting a 4 or 6 foot table space?
They all get the same. I think it's a 6 foot. They measure it off. I think you get 10 feet of space. It's a 10 by 10 area that they block off on the lawn, and then you each get your own space and bring your table or whatever you want to bring. Yeah. Okay,
yeah, that would get too crowded inside of the library.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So we're gonna pray that we don't get any rain. September 9th goes off without a hitch.
Yeah.
We hope. Yeah.
And will you have extra food vendors or food trucks or any other, or will it be the people that sign up for spaces bringing food?
No. We have vendors that will just come and sell food. Now they'll usually be out at the street. And again, we've had various and sundry different ones. I don't know exactly who we're getting this time, but there's a hot dog guy that comes in the past. There's another food truck I know that will sell hot dogs and hamburgers and chips and drinks and everything. We've had people come that have sold the shaved ice before, and so just whoever, I'm telling you, this is why it takes 3 of us to replace Brandy, and we don't even do a good job doing that because she knows everything and we don't know everything. But
that's all right, because we can't give away too much to the public.
Exactly.
We want them to come out and enjoy this event. We want them to be surprised and just be amazed at all of the different vendors that are coming, and we want everyone to come out and check out the handiwork, the craftsmanship that goes into making these various products. A lot of people, everyone puts their heart and soul into making these different products, and so we want you to come out and enjoy and embrace and buy some things, and so help out a local small business, or help out someone that's local. You know, we know that when you shop local, they still in turn give their money back to the community in which they live. So help support each other and help keep the cycle going. I love shopping small, shopping local, because you usually get one of a kind products that you can't find anywhere else. So,
that's right.
And then, so what do you have for music?
I know that we have a jazz group playing, and again, we just try to have a variety. I think there's about 4 groups I want to say that she was going to try to have, and so they'll just come and play for usually about 45 minutes or an hour, and then break down, and then the next group will play. And so, but there's actually a very talented Paige that works at the library, and he also plays jazz. So his group is going to come and play he's going to be one of the groups that are going to come and play. So.
That is awesome. So you get arts, you get food, and you get music all in one setting.
And I think that there's usually games and stuff that they have for the kids, and so it's really a family event. Especially if it's a nice day, and people bring their dogs and they just wander around and have a good time with their family, and
All right, so you can bring your lawn chairs and just enjoy a day at the library. And a day at the library. And then when you're done outside, go inside. Don't forget to sign up for your library card. We're going to talk about that. And I am so behind. Brandy's been fussing at me. I need a library card.
Oh, you absolutely do.
Yes, because the library card gets you access to so many other things. So let's talk about, okay, once you get your library card, what are some things people can then have access to at the library and even away from the library?
It just opens up so many different doors when you have a library card, because we have so many things that people don't necessarily think about when you think about the library. So we have free music that you can download to your device. It's this app called Freegal, and when you have a library card, you can log into it, and it has every Sony artist, their entire music catalog is available for download. And you get to keep the music too, and it's 5 free songs a week. So
that's a lot of music.
Yeah, it is. So, over the course of a month, you'd have an entire CD's worth of music. So that's something that a lot of people don't know about, but is really great. Of course, we have ebooks, which is very popular as your tablets and your Kindles are becoming more and more common. People want to download those ebooks. So if you have a library card, we have literally thousands of books to choose from. And you can just download it straight to the app and just read anywhere.
And then I know there's also options if the book is not available at that moment. You can put in a request for when it is available. It can download. It will then download. Or say if you go to the library, you don't see a book that you want, you can put in requests. It may be at another facility. Talk about the other locations that you have as well.
Well, we have 8 locations total. So we have the main library and then 7 branch locations across Craighead and Poinsett County. So the materials kind of move in between the different branches. So if you check something out in Jonesboro, but you live in Monette, you can return it to the library there and vice versa. And the library card that you get at any of our branches will work at any of the other branches. Awesome. Yeah, so it's a big system, and anything that we don't have, we try to, as best as we can, to get it for you. So if there's a DVD that you don't see or a book, just ask at the information desk and we will put in a request and get that for you.
Okay. And what people don't understand, they don't realize, like you mentioned DVDs, you can actually find whole seasons, various seasons of some of your favorite shows, or if there's a movie that came out in, there's a part 2, part 3, or whatever of that movie, you all have movies galore.
I know. We give Netflix a run for its money. If you want to binge watch some HBO show that you can't even get on Netflix, you can come to the library and check out, all 5 seasons of Game of Thrones or whatnot, and just spend the weekend catching up on that. People are always shocked when they come in and see that we have the newest stuff.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Sadly, I have not seen any of Game of Thrones, and I know there are people who are like, what?
Oh man, I'm addicted.
I guess I've just been caught up in other things that just hasn't been on my list just yet. So.
Well, when you get your library card, come get it.
But first I gotta get through school first. Oh my God.
That's true. School kind of takes away from your TV time, unfortunately.
Yes. Now, do you by chance have any 80s movies?
Oh gosh, yes. We have movies from every decade that you can imagine. But yeah, if you want to check out some 80s classics, we got those.
I am an 80s movies junkie. I know that some people may think they were cheesy and, the graphics and things were not as great, but I don't know. During that era, they were great for that era.
No, they have such a fun vibe too. The 80s movies, they're funny and kind of weird and offbeat. I like them too.
Alrighty. All right, so do you also have music CDs in the library that people can borrow?
Absolutely, yeah. We try to keep current with, popular artists and things. So if you want the physical copy of the CD, we do have a pretty good CD music collection.
Now, do people still come and ask for VHS?
Every once in a while, someone will come in and ask if we have VHS tapes. We got rid of those a long time ago. Okay. But I guess there are a few people standing strong and still using the VCRs. Occasionally someone will come in and like donate old VHS tapes, and then those end up in the Friends of the Library.
Okay.
So, you might run across one of those back there in the shop.
Okay. Let's talk about the shop, the Friends of the Library shop. We talked earlier about the book sale that's going on, and the book sale is from it's September 1st, 2nd, and 5th. I forgot to give that date earlier, I'm sorry. And the time's from 10 to 5. So, what else can people find in the Friends of the Library shop?
They sell pretty much anything that we circulate. So sometimes they'll have CDs, sometimes they'll have audiobooks.
Okay.
Mostly books, but there are a variety of different formats. And kind of as Nicole touched on, they're like all kinds of things that like maybe you wouldn't just normally see at the store there. Like old books that people have donated that are kind of weird and interesting, and then you see it and you're like, oh, I might actually like that,
What I would love to do is start collecting books that have had movies written about them. The movie is great in some cases, but it seems like the books are always better. I recently ran across on Amazon Breakfast at Tiffany's, and I love the movie, but I would love to read more about the storyline. So.
Yeah, just about any type of book ends up in there, so it's always something different. And since people are always coming in and buying things and donating things, the collection's changing a lot. So every time you visit, you might see something totally different back there.
I definitely need to come look. Also, I just recently found out, which I probably should have known, that I'm a James Bond fanatic.
Oh man!
And didn't realize there were books about. It started off as a book series before it was a movie series. So
yeah,
need to come and see if you have anything on James Bond.
Yeah, we definitely do. And yeah, interestingly enough, I read that JFK was a huge James Bond fan, and he met the author at the White House, and they were like discussing like espionage, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
All right, so tell us some more interesting things. I know that you also offer exercise classes, and we talked about the knitting class. And do you have your fall schedule put together just yet?
We're still building in the children's department. We're still building what's going to happen in the summer. But some pretty regulars, we have a Lego day, so the kids will come in and they get to build, and we have huge buckets of Legos that they just get to come in and spend some time building. We have a nail day. We actually just did Legos and nail salon just the other day. And so they could come in and get their nails painted, and then they could play with the Legos, preferably play with the Legos first, and then get their nails painted, because then they come back and they're wondering, why are my fingernails all messed up? But we're still working on tutoring for students. So in a couple weeks at the end of September, once they've been in classes for a little bit longer and realizing they've had their first test and realize, oh, there are a few things that I don't understand. I'd like to get some help on that. So we're still working on some tutoring schedules, figuring out which days work best for the schools and for the teachers and for the programs that are happening. And throughout the school year, we'll still have story times, our lap sit story times and our family story times, and they're happening all throughout the week. And 3 out of 4 Saturdays of the month are filled with, we've got a Saturday roundup where they get to do activities, and so there's things happening almost every single day at the library.
Wow. And will you still do your off-site events? I know during the summer you had a few off-site events that were hosted by the library, like at Parker Park or the mall. Will you do that during the fall as well?
Sometimes it just depends on who's agreed to help us out. Last year, I think, was our first year. We have Bob Tarter, he's our animal guy. And so he comes and he's one of our biggest turnouts, and we decided to do that during the fall, during the school year, and we ended up having to extend the number of events that he had, because we were having to turn people away because they wouldn't fit in the facility. And so he was like, okay, I'll do one more after this. And so sometimes things like that will come up, but those will always be on our calendars that we have for you to take home in the library. You can come and take them, and those are online as well for you to see what's happening.
Now, what are the hours of operation for the library?
We are open 7 days a week. So Monday through Friday we are open 9 to 7. And then on Saturday we are open 9 to 5, and Sundays 1 to 5.
Alrighty, so go by the library Monday through Friday 9 to 7, Saturday 9 to 5, and Sunday 1 to 5. Stop by the information desk. Will you be there always, Miss Rebecca?
I'm not always there, but I'm there a lot, and there will be other people definitely there who can help you.
All right, so your first stop should be at the information desk, and then make your way around the library. I'm sure someone will be happy to guide you to whatever department that you need to go. We're going to get ready for another break, but when we come back, we'll just wrap up some more of these dates and times of events that are coming up, and any other final thoughts you all may have. So thank you all for listening. Please stay tuned and do not go anywhere.
You're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We'll be right back.
We're back with Money Matters. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. Most of us know that person who always seems to have enough to meet their needs, splurge occasionally, and even deal with surprises and emergencies. This person is probably a super saver, someone who's great at saving money and staying within their means. By learning the secrets of super savers, you can become one too. For example, super savers are never influenced by salespeople. Super savers protect against being talked into buying things they hadn't planned to in a couple of ways. One, they do their shopping before they buy. Another thing, they live according to a real budget, so they're less likely to buy anything that's not on it. Another thing they do is they stick to shopping lists created in advance. This makes them less likely to make impulse buys. If you adopt these habits, you'll be on your way to super saver status too. I'm Alfred Edmond Jr. for Money Matters, a product of American Urban Radio Networks.
Money Matters is made possible by the Jonesboro Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, a nonprofit organization dedicated to uncompromising commitment to communities, service, leadership, empowerment. www.jonesboroalumnidst.org.
Money Matters is brought to you by Bancorp South, offering checking, savings, loans, credit cards, and wealth management. 5 locations in Jonesboro to serve you. www.bancorpsouth.com or 870-972-9800.
Part 2 at Fetchins Barbecue Smokehouse. Only $5 admission. Saturday, August 19th, 7 o'clock p.m. Featuring from Dallas, Texas, Lerone Powers.
What's the name of that thing we only last night?
Lerone Powers.
And is the mother, but don't you get caught. You're gonna have to pay the cost.
Performing all of his hits.
Ain't nothing but a party.
Lerone Powers. Don't miss it. Blues live for 5 at Fetchins Barbecue Smokehouse. Saturday, August 19th, 7 o'clock p.m. Only $5 admission. This event is a KLEK fundraiser.
KLEK thanks CJ Pepper and the staff of Life Strategies Counseling Incorporated for helping people through hard times in life such as depression, family issues, stress, abuse, and more. They offer counseling and therapy for all ages, individuals, families, and groups. They are located at 1217 Stone Street. Phone number 1-866-972-1268 or online at lscihelp.com. Meineke of Jonesboro is now Starks Auto Service, a full-service auto repair and vehicle maintenance center, offering engine and transmission repair, brake service, tires, oil changes, and more, performed by ASE certified mechanics. The all-new Starks Auto Service, 2813 South Caraway Road in Jonesboro, 870-204-7112. Starks Auto Service, Jonesboro.com.
Arkansas Early Learning prepares children up to 5 years old for kindergarten by offering a secure learning environment, qualified teachers at several locations in Northeast Arkansas at no cost. Applications are available at arearlylearning.org.
Arkansas Early Learning is a nonprofit organization.
Hello, I'm Officer Jonathan Higgins of the Jonesboro Police Department. One of the best decisions I ever made was to join the Jonesboro Police Department. Since joining, I've had the pleasure to give back, protect, and serve my community. Now I want to let you know about that same opportunity. The Jonesboro Police Department will conduct testing for the patrol officers at the Valley View High School. Applications are available online at jonesboropolice.com. The Jonesboro Police Department offers a competitive salary, health, and retirement benefits, top-of-the-line training, and most importantly, the chance to make a difference in the Jonesboro community. Join me in making Jonesboro a better place. The Jonesboro Police Department is an equal opportunity employer, and women and minorities are especially encouraged to apply. More information, 870-935-5657.
Applications are being accepted through September 7th, 2017. Applications are available at jonesboropolice.com. Did you know that KLEK 102.5 FM is a nonprofit organization? Did you know that you can donate to KLEK 102.5 FM and your donation is tax deductible? Donations to nonprofit organizations such as KLEK can reduce the amount of taxes you may owe the IRS or increase the amount of any potential tax refund. Support your KLEK today. You can donate by calling 870-277-1080, visiting our studio at 1411 Franklin Street in Jonesboro, or on our website, www.klekfm.org. We at KLEK 102.5 FM are blessed and grateful for your support.
And now back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM.
Welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We are speaking with Mr. David Eckert, who is the director of the Craighead County Jonesboro Public Library, Ms. Rebecca Harrison, who is the Assistant Information Service Manager, and Nicole Dennis, who is the Education Specialist. And you work more with the babies?
I do. I work, my desk is in the children's department. Okay. And so it gives me more access to parents and teachers and the kiddos and see what's going on with them.
So tell us about what is it like to see those babies, you know, in the mom's lap or whoever the volunteers are, and watching them listen to the stories and all the stuff that's going on.
It's the greatest thing to see the little babies during the lap sit story time, because they're just kind of starting to recognize their name. Okay. And so we always do an opening song where we say hello to each of the babies. Oh. And so as they're going around and building those connections with like fellow moms and fellow babies and just getting them together and learning to play together and getting them ready for, you know, when you go to school, you are going to have to sit down in a story time or sit still, and kind of getting them prepared for that. But once they start to realize their name and their face brights up because they hear, oh, that's me, that's my name, and they're looking around like, why are all of these people saying my name? It's one of the cutest things I've ever seen.
Oh my goodness. I get to see some of the pictures on your Facebook page, and it's just amazing to see the babies, well, I say babies, the little ones that can actually either crawl or walk, interacting and having fun and being engaged in the story time. Yes. Now with the babies, you know, that are still in the arm, do they tend to fall asleep during the story time?
They do not. It is a very active story time where you're learning nursery rhymes, and they've got little cardboard books for them to flip through and look at. And so you're reading stories together, mom and baby, and they're moving them around. And so there's doing stories where they might actually have to lift their baby up and bring them down and bounce them around. And they do that for just a couple of minutes, and then they actually have time to play, where we'll bring out our big bucket of toys and we dump it out, and they all play together for a while. So it's very engaging. They're always moving, and it's really exciting for them.
That is awesome. Oh my goodness. Maybe I have to come and sit and just watch the babies one day. It's great. I love other people's babies. Like we were talking before, mine is 20 now, so I don't think I can do the baby thing anymore. All right, so is there time, like now that school has started back, I know over the summer you had a lot of activities for different kids of different age groups. Will you still, I know you're still working on your fall calendar, but do you typically see those older age groups, you know, flock to the library maybe to utilize your resources or your, study rooms and things of that nature.
Definitely. Miss Jessica is really engaging her teens. And so even throughout the school year, they'll be doing book clubs, or she'll have different activities for them to come in and just kind of touch base with, because we have so many school districts here in Jonesboro.
Yes.
And so, the Valley View kids get to hang out with the Jonesboro kids. And so
awesome.
they get to come in, and we have like a tabletop gaming community. And so they'll come in and play games for an hour or so, and we have a wall that's just dedicated for required reading. So the teachers have sent us, these are the books that they need to read during the school year. And so some of the kids are catching up over the summer, and so they're coming in, they're reading the books ahead of time. But that's all. There's one wall just dedicated to their required reading for the summer, and so we see them coming in all the time. Those books are constantly checking out because the kids know that they need to read them, and so they're coming in to get them and sometimes get ahead.
That is really great. I would love to see more and more kids get into reading, because as an adult, the more knowledge you have, the better. It's amazing how now I remember stuff that I read in high school or my early years in college, and it's like at the time I didn't think about that information, but now it's coming back like, oh, I've heard this before, I've seen this before, and it's something that you just can't get. I know the kids are so addicted to their screens, but it's something about the physical book, turning the pages, reading the information, and absorbing it that way.
And they're still doing AR points in some of the schools where it's the required reading. And so for some students and their parents, it's the most frustrating thing in the entire world, trying to find the books and getting them engaged in that reading, because then they have to go take these quizzes and they get points, and sometimes that bases their grade sometimes.
Wow.
And so coming into the library, we don't have specific sections where it has, these are AR point books and this is the level, but I'm always willing to stop and say, what kind of books are you interested in? Let's see if we can find those books that have the AR points, because there's a website called arbookfind.com, and it'll let you know, does that book actually have AR points? How many is it worth? What level is it? And so we always direct them there when they're walking through the library to find things they're interested in.
Alrighty, so in our last few moments, we're going to wrap up, go back over some of the dates and times of the events that are coming up, because we want everyone in the community and surrounding communities to come out and enjoy everything that the library has to offer. So the first thing is the Elvis concert, which is tonight, starting at 6:00 p.m. You can get your picture taken with the cardboard cutout of Elvis. Come dressed up, get ready to have fun. And what's the name of the group again that's performing?
They're called the Good Friends Band.
The Good Friends Band. So come on out, and then when you come out, stop by the information desk, pick up your trivia paper, fill it out, turn it in for your chance to win 2 tickets to Graceland.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so the next thing coming up, well, another deadline to remember today, sign up to be a vendor. Submit your application to be a vendor for the Arts on the Lawn show, which is September the 9th. Okay, and we'll make sure to get the dates and times to you for the Arts on the Lawn event. But make sure to get your application in today if you would like to be a vendor, and have a space set up on that day. Okay, Friends of the Library book sale, which is going on September 1st, 2nd, and 5th from 10 to 5. All books are 25 cents. This is your chance to stock up and build your library of all kinds of books from all kinds of genres.
Yes.
All right. Next week, August 21st. Okay, this is next week. Next Monday, solar eclipse viewing party from 11:45 to 2:45 p.m. And you will get a free pair of solar eyeglasses. Alrighty, and so what else can people expect at the time? Is just coming together watching the eclipse?
Pretty much.
Okay.
We'll just all be gathered in one place to witness this historical moment.
All right. And so for the date for, that was the solar eclipse viewing party. You don't want to miss that. This is once in a lifetime. Well, depending on how old you are. Sorry. Almost a once in a lifetime, but a very rare occurrence for this particular eclipse, so you don't want to miss it. And the date for the Arts on the Lawn is September 9th. In case of rain, it'll be September 16th. And this will be from 10 to 3. There'll be up to 40 vendors there with food, arts and crafts. Then there'll be live music for that day. There'll be so much going on. You don't want to miss it. So I can't thank you all enough for joining me today. It's been a wonderful conversation talking about the library. I love learning about the library. There's books, there's movies, there's music. Go get your library card.
Yes, come and get your library
Go
card.
get your library card. And I want to thank everybody out there for listening and tuning in and watching our Facebook live stream. Go to the library, stop at the
Thank you for
information
listening
desk.
to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM, a program focusing on the people working to make the Jonesboro community a better place while offering viewpoints from all sides of the issues.